Hello friends, welcome to my channel and thanks for watching this video. Friends, in this video we are going to discuss about Selecta Biosciences, and if you look at the stock, what you will see that the stock is trying to consolidate and currently it is moving inside a range. So we are going to discuss about the current trend as well as the long term trend. But before that, if you haven't subscribed my channel, hit on the subscription button and also hit on the all notification bell to get the notification of my all upcoming videos. Now, there are two ways to look at it, or you can subdivide this trend into two ways. First, you have a trend like this. Okay, so here you have your trend, right? So this is the current price action which is happening right now, okay, inside this range. So here we have okay, so this is the first thing we need to look at and we are going to talk about it. So understand one thing, unless the stock sustain above 4.87 or $5, there will not be any fresh trend. This is simply a bounce back, or the stock is trading or moving inside a range with a specific height, okay, or in between a specific range. So here we have, on the downside you have 1.31 and on the upside you have 4.87. Now looking at the current trend, you have your first support at 1.51 and then 1.31. On the upside you have your first target or resistance at 3.37, then you have 3.86, 4.32 and 4.87. so these are the four levels which one need to look at. Okay, so here we have, now there is one more thing. Let's say that even though the stock moves above 4.87 and sustain over there, so the stock for the reconfirmation needs to make a breakout above 6.3, or you can consider $6.5. Why? Because this is one of the ranges which acts like a resistance, or which will act like a resistance. And if you are looking at this trend, okay, here we have, if you are looking at this trend, it is crossing somewhere in between the line, or you will find this line as a resistance which will also act, or which will simultaneously creating a trend. So if you are just simply drawing a line, you will find that 6.3 but 6.4 will be acting as a resistance. Okay, so this is what you need to look at. So unless the stock moves above 6.4, there will not be any fresh trend which one can see on the upside. Okay, if it happens, in case if the stock moves above $6.5, okay, so this is conditional. Okay, so you have all the levels till 6.4, but if in case the stock moves above 6.4 or 6.5 and sustain over there, then the levels to look at are these. So here we have, above 6.41 you have your next target or resistance at 8.79, then you have $12, further you have $14, and then you have your previous high at $23. So all this level will be possible if the stock moves above 6.5, and that's when what will happen, that the stock will move like this, okay, or because we don't know the actual trend, it will move like this or it will move like this. So what will happen, that it's just make a breakout above this trend line, which is like breaking a resistance zone. So that's why there is a possibility after $6.5 on the upside. And as you can see, these are all levels. So while we are going through a bounce back right now, one need to be very cautious about the movement, because the moves are very volatile in the market. And if the stocks, let's say, jump beyond a certain level uh, in one or two trading session, then one must be very aware about the targets, because you may have achieved all the targets in one or two trading sessions. Then carrying those kind of trend beyond a certain level will be very risky. So you need to understand that, you need to understand the support and resistance, then take your decision. Do not simply jump into a trend and without understanding the position and where the stock currently is going to be very risky, and specifically for the short term, because this trend may require a couple of years to, because moving from $3 to here we have to $23 is like 600%. So it should actually require 2 or 3 years, but this can happen in 1 or 2 or 3 days. So if it happens like that, what are you expecting after 2 or 3 days? If you are expecting that it will again move 6,000% on the upside, then it's like it is not real. This kind of things won't happen in the stock market. And actually, in natural scenario, you require a decent amount of time to earn 600 or 700 or 1000% worth of returns from any stock. But if you are getting 5000% kind of returns in a single trading session, one cannot expect more than any stock, or much beyond that any level. So you should be very aware about the trend and take decisions accordingly. Basically, the reason behind saying all these things is you understand your risk. Otherwise, for short term guys, if stop losses triggered unnecessarily, it will create lots of problem. And if you don't have any plan, you anyhow is in trouble. So understand this situation or these kind of scenarios, place your stop losses accordingly. And saying it again and again, and I will definitely say it again, because these kind of things one time are not enough. So this is the end of the video. If you like this content, do share your thoughts in the comment section and subscribe my channel. Lastly, take care of your family and friends.